Did you hear that?
Yeah. Read.
It doesn't sound as British.
Do you mind trying to do the intro here?
My bad. Keep going.
Welcome back to the show, baby. Welcome. If you haven't been to this podcast before, we're the boys. That's all they need to know.
All right, I like that.
We're the boys, and we're the boys, and we make the noise.
Do you have a new
what it comes
camera?
down to.
Your lighting's pretty good right now. You're glowing.
I think it's just we did recording at the proper time when the right amount of light distribution hits my lower basement.
Yeah, mine looks like I'm like in a basement looking out, like I'm stuck here.
Yeah, it looks like you've been like trapped
like the
in
window's
a serial
like way
killer's
up there.
basement. Yeah, this is actually probably the last episode I'll film right here for a long
that's
time.
right. I forgot about that.
Well, I mean, because I'm starting, not even just because I'm starting like training camp for football and like I'm moving to the dorms, because they won't even know that because we filmed ahead. So by the time this one comes out, training camp will probably be over.
Yeah, this is like
we're in the future here or past.
Yeah,
actually.
this is the future.
I want to say hello. I want to say hello to my future self. How you doing, Justin?
Oh man, hi future me. Good to see you still kicking.
Have you found a girlfriend yet?
Please tell me you moved out or did something.
Did something with your life.
Please have a good life update.
No, but yeah, and then right after I'm done with the dorms, I move into my apartment. Then we get that bad boy going. And
ladies.
I packed up and everything, and and then I'm excited for the room because I'm gonna set up a little area for this podcast. So I'm gonna I already have the shelf thing that I have. It's gonna have some cool little knickknacks to, spice things up a little bit in the bedroom.
Yeah.
And by the time we are in the apartments, we're gonna test out a new thing with our podcast with different camera angles, and we get some special things. We got some special things.
GoPros on and everything.
We got special things. We're making moves in this. Are we considered a business? We're not a company. We don't have anything. We're just
fake
a
business.
Podcast.
We're fake business.
Yeah,
that's all that really matters.
Maybe when we make some T-shirts or hats or something, that will be like we're technically a company or whatever.
We'll still do fake business till the day we die.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. That's how we roll.
Now I have to ask you about something because I saw something that a friend of ours pointed out on on the post of you becoming a Barstool athlete. Congratulations, you're official. Look out, ladies.
Please hold your round of applause. Hold it.
And now somebody commented on there that we know, but I don't know if he's being serious or not. Somebody commented, "Hey Justin, it's so-and-so from high school."
No way. Hold on. I didn't see this.
And I can't tell if it's a joke or not.
Let me pull that up real quick.
Because this person, I could see it not being a joke and being
we know who it is.
Yeah.
Okay. No, okay, hold on. Did we play football with them or something?
Yes.
Oh, here we go. Hold on. Oh my god. Yeah. No, I think that's a joke.
Are we sure though? Because
I think so.
Coming from this person,
because I've seen him. I've seen him since high school. Yeah,
but maybe he thinks you're a big shot now. You're getting all these sponsors. You're just killing it.
Yeah, I'm making so much money, man. The money is just flowing. It's.
I was thinking about that. You know how easy it would be to fake like me and you were like just super successful?
So easy.
Like we could do Photoshop pictures. We could do anything and just make it look like we are making millions.
And if you wanted to like even like social media wise, you can buy followers and stuff.
Oh yeah.
We just invest like, all right, I'm going to put $3,000 down to get more followers. And like all of a sudden we have like 3,000 or 40,000 followers.
The thing about that though is then you go to the likes and you see
it's like only 100.
Yeah.
I've gotten busted for that before. But
really?
it was like freshman year. I bought likes one time on just one photo. And I got called out right away by a couple of dudes. They're like, "This doesn't make sense. You only have this many followers, and somehow you have this many likes." I was like, "Oh
Oh,
boy,
I guess that post was popping.
yeah, I guess just hit right."
Yeah, dude. And like somebody comes up to question us, like we don't have to show them proof.
Yeah, no, HIPAA
Like you
violation.
could be
Right?
like, how do you know I'm not successful?
Yeah.
I mean, you just don't let them. We'll have to delete our podcast episodes where we talk about living with our parents. We'll have to delete all those.
Well, we could be like Pete Davidson. Pete Davidson makes a lot of money, got millions, and he still lives in his parents' basement. I mean, we'd just be like, that's why we're rich, is because we make smart financial decisions where we just still stay in our parents' basement.
Exactly. I saw a clip of Pete Davidson when he went into Jake Paul's locker room when he had.
Oh my god!
And like Jake Paul was stuttering over his words, thinking it was going to be like the biggest like roast ever. He's like, yeah, still living with your mom," and he was just like,
man.
"Yeah, I'm doing all right."
Dude, his place is cool. Have you seen the tour of it?
Yeah, that's not like living with your parents. That's
yeah,
like
he's got
having
an arcade.
apartment.
He's got like an arcade. It's like a whole another little house below him.
Oh yeah, it's a total house. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's a different level. You don't
Man,
know what I have behind this camera.
Yeah, no, I do. I do know it. Yeah,
I got a pad, straight pad.
You got a straight shag pad, man. Straight shag. I got a because I like packed up all my stuff. I'm not even bringing that much because like I have like a whole bunch of like knickknacks and shit, like the stuff that I like. But I went to a thrift store and I was looking for like a couple pans that I'm gonna bring to the apartment.
Ooh,
and
thrift store,
I
good
found,
thinking, actually.
Yeah, I found the complete first season on disc of Sopranos. Have you ever seen Sopranos?
No, it's on my list of shows I need to watch.
Yeah, me too. And all of a sudden, it had a thing, and it came in a cool little box thing. So I was like, "That would look cool." And then, yeah, it's gonna. So I got that, but I'm just excited to get
Friday nights are gonna be lit.
No, I'm just excited to move in because then I'm excited to set up I haven't been able to set up like a little mini studio corner for the podcast. Like, and then I'm actually buying a desk. I'm going to pay for my own desk. I'm buying like a $90 gaming desk because it's like an L-shaped one. Cause I am having my aunt's like a tech person. So she's helping me set up like a dual monitor setup for school. And so I'm going to get a big desk like that. I'm gonna spend some money though.
Dude, you're gonna look like a Russian spy in there.
Yeah, dude, that's the goal, man. 2 monitors, I'll have my laptop also, 2 laptops. I got my stocks on one screen, I got my school on the other one, I got advertisements on the other one, and then I got gaming.
You should make it clear to like your roommate, like, do not go in there. Like, you see this? This is my life. Stay away.
I'm gonna get some cool like memorabilia to hang up on the walls because I want like a couple posts. I like what you're doing, like type of stuff, but I want the same thing, but I want to get like I looked on Amazon. They have some good stuff. Like,
and then it's cheap too.
Yeah.
Cheap.
Yeah. But
now, here's my thing. Are you gonna make a shrine of all of your accomplishments in your apartment?
Oh yeah. Definitely.
And are you just gonna wake up every morning and when they see you standing there, just being like, I look at this every day. It inspires me to keep going.
That's the first thing I do. I have a big poster. I think I've sent you a picture of it, my big football thing, because like it was for the golf tournament thing or whatever. And so I got to take it home. And like we have nothing to do with it. But what I'm thinking about doing, hanging it up in a corner, put some candles around it. And when I get up in the morning,
make it look like you died.
Grab a cup of Joe, just this is why I do it.
I didn't realize how big it was when you sent me the picture. I thought it was like medium size. And then when I walked into your house and I was like, what the?
It is huge.
Did you have a funeral? Did you fake your death?
Dude, it looks like I died. Like that would be the thing that would be at my at my service if I passed.
See, I think that would be good to keep somebody out of your room too. You tell them you faked your death and you show them that picture.
Yeah.
And then you're like, stay out. All right.
You don't want to know what's going on.
Me.
You don't want to know what's going on behind those doors, man.
My name's not even Justin.
My name is Hefe. Man, yeah. I'm sorry for leaving you though. I'm just
Hey,
leaving you
man.
stranded.
That's
We were
how I
the
roll.
two bros, still living at the parents' house, but now
Yeah.
one bird must just fly away.
And I'll be cheering you on while you're flying away. I mean, who knows? Like in a couple months, I may be living in my car. You
Hey,
never know.
there's always a spot in the J-Man's room, right next to me.
The
I'll even set up a third monitor so you can have your own computer. How about that?
The next podcast, I'll just be dirty in my car, eating chili and just being like, times have gotten tough. The world is cold.
Yeah, dude. See, I was thinking like if I was rich, like which I am, but if I was even more rich,
Yeah, if you were like up there.
if I had more than like I'm probably sitting at about 2.5 mil right now.
Yeah,
If
we're
I had,
talking like fun money.
yeah, yes, I'm not talking business money. I'm talking just expenditures,
Mhm.
stuff like that. But no, if I had that, I would love to get like an apartment with like say 4 or 5 rooms and just have all my friends in there. Just be
Oh,
like, hey,
dude.
you guys can stay for free. That apartment's paid for.
Dude, I have so many dreams if I was rich.
Dude, if we did that, dude, we could have it's like a content house. It's like what the
Yeah, dude,
TikTokers do.
we're TikTok house. We'd be
We
the
got
hype
we
house.
got podcasts. We got videos from Huan Studios. It'd be.
Dude, I think we
One
both
can
need
only
to branch
dream.
out. We need to branch out in the TikTok a little more.
I know. I don't know how to work it. That's the
I'm
problem.
talking thirst traps. I'm talking dancing. I'm talking everything.
See, I would totally make videos because I've had some funny ideas for videos,
Mhm.
but I don't know how to work it on this damn app. I don't know how to edit a video on the app. I don't even know how to edit this podcast. That's why you're here, This podcast would be nothing without you.
It's pretty simple, but I'm kind of like in the boat with you. It's something I'm like, do I really want to learn how to edit on this? And then I just forget about it.
Dude, I was thinking, I was like, this podcast would it would still be audio only if I didn't have Reed because I don't know how to work a damn thing.
I'm still
I'm just-
figuring it.
It's like I'm hoping Reed never quits or leaves the show. I'm gonna be hopeless. It's gonna be an absolute disaster.
Half the time I'm telling you like, I'm working on it, but really it's me panicking trying to figure out how I'm gonna fix something that I messed up. There's been times where I've deleted like half of the podcast and you've been like, hey, where's the episode? And I'm like, give me a minute working on it. And I'm like stressing, watching YouTube videos how to get it back.
Yeah.
Process.
It takes me, dude, even when you send me the audio, and like, because my job, the one's listening, Reed does most of the work for this. He keeps the show afloat. I come up with like some ideas here and there, and then I usually do the social media aspect where I post and do that. But I also I don't do the audio because he handles the audio and sends it to me, and then I post it. But
sometimes I forget to do the audio.
Yeah, we're always the people because we have a lot of people that just listen to it, and they must be yeah, why is the video on? But the audio's not on until like a day or two later. Like we're always late on that.
Sometimes it'll be the opposite, and the audio will be on.
The audio's up like 2 days. Like this last episode we did.
Yeah,
The audio was up for like 2 days and then the video went up. But no, even when I edit the audio, like if I had to cut out like the very beginning, like when we start recording, it takes me forever just to split that part to do that. Oh.
The only good part about that is that there's some good little chunks before we start recording, but then I completely forget about the audio, and then I'm like, I got to go through that too and split it. Tough times.
Yeah, how we've gotten to 60 something episodes is beyond me.
It's a shocker.
It's a shocker.
I've gone back and watched some of our old ones, and I'm just like, how did we get this far?
Dude, do you remember the first episode? Halfway through, I turned off my mic by accident. we went like 25 minutes with me talking without a mic.
And then there was that time my camera died too.
That was the first time you brought that camera over. And like what we used to do, we used to film 2 episodes at a time.
And that was
we would only have
stressful.
so we would only have to record like once every 2 weeks. But he gets a new camera and he's recording. We filmed the first one and then we go for the second one and then damn thing dies like halfway. And then it was like, so if you go back, I forget what episode. I don't even know what episode it is.
We didn't even notice it yet until like we were talking and you went, hey, it went off. And I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. No, and I don't even know what you guys could go back and look at it, but I don't even know what episode it is. But it like all of a sudden it's like us, and then it's just our logo, and we're talking over our logo because it died.
Well, I was panicking the other night. I thought one of our podcasts, I thought I messed up and I thought the audio was way ahead of the video. And I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Like I would like put it on and I was watching it and then I was like, are you kidding me? Because I saw it slowly going off from the audio. And I had a panic attack, checked my phone, and it was fine. It was just my TV. But I was like, oh, dude, I was like, are you kidding me? Don't tell me I messed this up. We're too deep in it.
Yeah, we're figuring it out. I think we're getting a lot better. And once
I think so.
I have a feeling that once I move in and I get situated, we'll be able to get on like a schedule, like we'll record like the same day every week. We'll have everything ready so everything's on time and not just a rushed, delayed. The amount of times I've texted you and be like, yo, dude, it's not uploading on YouTube. It's like doesn't even have the bar. Like you're like, yeah, I know, dude. I've been working on it all day. It's coming. You're like, it's coming. Don't worry.
That's when it's deleted, and I'm trying to figure out how to get it back.
Oh no, but there's also been a lot of people asking about the Houlihan Studios videos because I haven't put out one in a while.
We have a couple
thing. That. So yeah, we have a lot going on. We have a lot of shit going on. Right? We're very unorganized in doing this, but we have like at least one video that's almost in editing. It's like been filmed. It's been all that. And then we have like
YouTube tutorials, and I'll get there.
And we have like 2 videos that we might or may not publish from last year that were filmed.
Oh, that's right.
And that's like, who knows if we'll ever put those out. But I think what we're going to try to do later on, because I have a few ideas for videos that we can do even while we're away, because how we're going to do the podcast with the 2 cameras, we can do the same type of thing. And I have a couple ideas for some games and videos, but that's a whole nother beast.
That's a whole nother beast.
Yeah, but we're also working on, at least for us, we don't know if we're going to put them out. We're working on a T-shirt. First, it's just going to be for us too.
Yep.
Yeah. And then, maybe some people like them, maybe some people don't. First, we got to work on a new logo, which that's a whole nother beast.
That's a lot of YouTube tutorials.
Dude, I was trying, because I've shown you the Photoshop, because I was like, yeah, I'll make it. Because we're trying to make, I wanted to take a couple new photos and then put them as GTA characters, and that'd be like our logo type thing. And so I go on Photoshop and I'm like, I'll figure this thing out. It's like, Reed was like, yeah, I got to learn how to do it. I was like, I'll look it up. And I did it. I was doing it. My damn computer's so old. It doesn't have the proper update to get. I was so close to getting the final touches, but the update that the guy had, I didn't have the button for it, like on the thing. I was like, oh, I was so close. Yeah. So we're working on a lot of shit, folks. We're working on a lot of stuff.
Yeah, we're getting there. Slowly but surely.
It's a marathon, not a sprint, right?
I gotta say, I mean,
just think how Joe. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I look forward to recording every single week when we record. I look forward to it. It's an hour 10 minutes of just relaxation. Don't need to stress about anything. Talk about genitalia, talk about poop, talk about sports, anything.
I know. I was just like reading to my mom the other day. I was like, "You want to look at all the titles of our video of our podcasts?" And she's like, "How do you get to that subject?" I'm like, "To be honest, don't know. We just get there. We find a way."
And folks, we don't script these shows. Most of the time, we don't have anything to talk about when we record. Like, we'll start the recording. I'll usually ask them like, "Hey, you got anything special?" And like, nope. I'm like, all right. Let's start it.
All right,
But
we're
and then,
ripping.
but there is a lot of episodes that it's usually shit we find that's on that would spark up a conversation. Yeah, I found on social media, or you've brought some things in, or stories. But yeah, we're flying by the swing of our sword. Is that a saying?
By the seams in our pants.
That's not it.
Something like
That,
that.
that can't be it. That doesn't make sense.
No, there was one I remember too. We recorded on. It wasn't Christmas Day. It had to be the day after.
we didn't record on Christmas Day.
No, there was one we recorded that was like, I had like a house full of family, and I was like, yeah, I could do it. And I remember I just, you could sometimes hear people in the background, but not as loud.
Did you?
I think
don't
it was my brother's birthday, and
Yeah,
that's
that
near
makes sense.
Christmas.
Sounds like-
And I
Yeah,
remember I was on because with my work we do a break. There's a break
Hmm.
period during the winter, and I just remember I was just like, it's gonna be a little stressful, but I think I got it.
yeah. I mean, and we still haven't figured it out because we say we're getting better, but we recorded a couple episodes ago, and we didn't find out till like about halfway. Reed's mic wasn't turned on, or the mic he was holding wasn't turned on, and it was
connected to
going
my
through his AirPods. So we're still figuring out if we're gonna do that, if we're gonna publish that episode or not. We'll see how it sounds, but yeah.
Yeah, that was another one where I was just like, are you kidding me?
We
And
need
then-
to go through checks before we start
Oh,
a show.
yeah.
We need to be like, all right, camera rolling, good, mics on, check, headphones on, good, headphones charged.
Yeah, this one I made sure. I was like, okay, make sure everything is set and ready to go.
because there's been multiple occasions our headphones die halfway through.
Mhm.
Like, oh boy, here we go. It's gonna be one of these shows.
I think that was the same episode we did late at night too. And
Oh,
you were slowly falling asleep in that chair.
yeah, that episode we need to discuss whether we're gonna post that, because there was we had a whole thing in the middle. The mic wasn't turned on. Then we couldn't figure out how to turn the damn thing on.
There was a
My
dog
head-
barking.
My headphones start to die, and then it's like 11 o'clock, and it's way past my bedtime. So you could see it on camera. I'm fading out quick, trying to talk. It's like,
Yeah.
ugh.
It was just, should we wrap this up? Yeah, let's wrap it
Yeah, let's please wrap this up.
up.
Good times, though.
Good
Good
times.
times.
Let the good times roll.
We're over a year of this show. I mean, obviously, I started out by myself, but
Mm-hmm.
it's been. I looked back at the first episode. It was like we're over a year. It's a couple months.
Yeah.
Full
Are
year.
we close to over a year though with me and you doing it?
I would say we are over, actually, because we started
We
out.
are, huh?
We started out when I was in the semester. Yeah. Or no, we're coming up on it.
It was
quick.
in like September, right? It was around that
Yeah.
time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so we're
okay.
coming up on
That
one year.
makes sense.
Maybe we need to do a little, because it'll be however many episodes you've been on it. We need to do a little something special, Maybe
Oh yeah.
maybe crack open a cold one for the boys. Who knows?
Oh yeah, we both turned 21 on this podcast.
We did milestones, man.
Milestones. And now
Man,
look, it's gonna
we're
live
growing up
forever.
on a show. Yeah, it will. And yeah, I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but
I know you could slowly see the year start eating me as we go on. It was like hair was a little shorter when we first started,
Hair-
and then as it went
yeah,
on, it
it's
was
just-
just like
you just slowly grew. The beard grew. You can almost smell the odor of you being inside for a long time, almost through the camera.
see in my eyes the sadness.
Hey, we've been on this show for over a year. How many girlfriends have we had? The big zeros, baby. How many times have we lived outside of our parents' house? The big zeros.
Oh man.
I wish
Good
the only
times.
regret I have for the show is I wish I would have came up with a better name when instead. I was so uncreative when I was trying to do this thing. I was like, what should I do? What should I?
The
Why
show.
not the show? We'll just put it in all caps.
Mm.
We should have done it should have been like the something to do with us living at home. It could have been like the grown kids or something like that.
Yeah, but see, then we would have had to change it
Yeah. No, it's the show, baby.
because
The show
somebody
until I die.
decided to actually move on with his life.
Someone decided to just leave me and turn around and stab me in the back.
Someone decided to leave it to get out of their comfort zone.
Yeah, it's time, man. It's time.
Time.
I think my parents are happy too that I'm leaving.
Yeah.
My dad's like, it's time for you to leave yet? I'm like, nope, not yet. Still got a couple more days. And don't worry, Dad, I will be back. This is only
You'll see me.
This is only temporary.
Yeah, no, there's a certain point where you start feeling it. And I think I'm starting to feel it too. There's a certain point where the
Yeah.
instinct kicks in to where you're like, it's time to roll it on.
Yeah.
That's a risky jump.
It's
A very stressful
like
one too.
it's like the wrist. It's the risk that like a mommy bird makes when she kicks her kid out of the nest and it either flies or it dies. It's kind of like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
but
man.
I freaking I'm just getting real sick of old people. Tell you that. I'm getting real sick of them. They just think they own the place, man. They think the world revolves around them. I'm serious. I've seen it everywhere. They're just so lost. Walking through the stores. I got hit with a grocery cart today. This lady just goes over, didn't even say sorry, just went because she was looking at the soups or something or whatever, and goes right past, hits me in the hip, just and she just goes around. I'm like,
you didn't even apologize, didn't even look at you.
Oh God, I'm telling you,
dude. I've only seen
old people.
I gotta say, I've only seen old people freak out recently in grocery stores. I haven't seen any. There was one that I saw at CVS like a couple months ago that was pretty good.
Yeah.
This dude was throwing a fit because the lady was taking too long. And he was like, do I get all this stuff free?
No, like, that's what these old people, they think like they're just so impatient. The littlest convenience. And they just say, I didn't tell you. I don't think I told the story of what happened because I went to Tahoe a couple weeks ago and I went and I saw almost an old man fight between an old man and this like young dude at the casino. Yeah. So I went to Tahoe a few weeks ago, just for a day trip, but I went to the casino with my dad because, throw 20 down, see if I can hit blackjack or whatever. But so I'm playing, I'm having a good time. And this guy next to me, the guy was the younger guy, he was kind of a douche. He was like one of those young, he was probably like 29 or whatever. So, thinks he's all that. But, I'm minding my own business. I'm talking to the guy next to me. The other guy, whenever I would hit like a good hand, he's like, dude, Nux, that's a great round. That's a great round, bro. That's a great round. He was like a cool dude. So, and then I had this dude. And then you're not allowed to smoke at the tables anymore.
That's right. Kind of a lame rule.
So he has to back up and take a smoke. So he's out for a couple hands. And here comes this old man, comes in, puts $300 down right away to get $300 in chips.
Whoa.
And the person puts him in the corner, like of the table. And he was just like, he was right away kind of complaining. He's like, I gotta sit at the table or at the corner. He's like, not a lot of room. And then he was like, can I just move the other dude's chips? Can I just slide them so I can have a little more room? And the dealer was like, you have to ask him. He's like, well, where is this guy? And the guy turns around and the guy's sitting there with a cigarette. He's just got his legs up. I'm right here, buddy. He's like, those are my chips. And the old man's like, well, can I move him? He's like, I don't even know why the old man, like they were both terrible. They were both like just being mean, but
they're both in the wrong.
The guy like kind of was just asking, can I just push your chips just to the side a little bit? But he was saying it in like kind of an amped up way. Like, can I just move
like he was annoyed.
And the guy's like, no, don't touch my fucking chips. He's like, he goes like that. And he's like, so they like kind of are bickering back and forth. Then the guy comes back to the table and I'm trying to hit a good hand here. I'm trying to focus because I got to focus because it goes so fast and I'm not a great counter. I'm not a great counter. So I got to see what I have. I'm like trying to count and these people are yapping over here and they're talking and the old man, like the guy's like, I don't care who you are. And then the old man's like, I've lived here for 30 years. 30 years.
He pulled that card.
And the young guy's like, I don't give a fuck. He's like, I just started living here a couple weeks ago. He's like, I run this city now. And so they're going back and forth. And all the old man's doing is like, excuse, he's looking at the dealer. Are you just gonna let him talk to me like this?
Well, was
let him
the
talk
dealer
to me?
was probably like, I don't have time for this.
No, it was just a girl, and she was like focused on me and this other dude because we were the only two playing. And then he just like, and then he starts pointing to the head people in the middle.
Oh, the
like,
pit boss.
Do you hear this? Do you hear this guy talking? And so they come over and they're like, the guy put $300 down, didn't play a single hand because he was like, all right, I'm leaving. He's like, I'm leaving. And then he gets in the guy's face and goes like this to the young guy in the face. He's like, all right, I'm leaving. And then I'm sitting next to this, the younger guy. He's like, man, what a dickhead. And the dealer's like, man, there's always something wrong with Jerry. So that means that guy's been there so many times.
Yeah,
He's
dude.
Like,
he actually does run that city, probably. That's his ground. He's there every day.
And then I lost, and I was out of money. I blame them. I don't blame the bad hands. I blame the distractions. I wasn't able.
It was a distraction.
Right deal. So.
That should have been like you got a free round or something.
Yeah, or just give me my money back, please.
Yeah, I know. I saw almost two fights break out at the weekend of the races. And like before, like when I would be like, whoa, this is rare. Like I usually don't see this happen. But like I was so used to it for some reason that I was just like kind of giggling watching. Like I was like, let's see.
It's entertaining.
I saw a dude who was towing a boat. And this lady.
Wait, at the racetrack?
No, so we stopped at the bathroom at this nice this like really nice grocery store. It was like one of those expensive ones.
Yeah.
And this guy is turning with his boat and he's like he's trying to make the turn. He's like a wide load right there. This car comes flying up to like almost right next to his boat. So he can't even continue turning and just lays on the horn, this old lady. And he's just like, hey, can you I can't go anywhere. And she was like, you shouldn't be towing your boat in here. And he was like, are you kidding me? Like, I'm trying to leave. And she's like, well, that's not my problem. They started going back and forth, screaming at each other. And it like ended with the dude going, so what are we going to do? We're just going to sit here and keep yelling? And the lady's all, you know what? And then she just backed up and they just continued yelling at each other. And it's the first time in public I've heard the word Karen be used. The guy was like, hey, don't be mad because you can't afford a boat, Karen. And then just called off.
Well,
and I was like, that's
just
good.
Dropped it. Yeah, you can't come back from that. If you get called Karen, it's like, it's a shot to the heart.
Another one I saw was actually at the races. I'm sitting there. Me and my brother are like looking at these T-shirts that they were selling or whatever. And there's these guys on golf carts that come riding on who work in like the pits and stuff. And this guy is obviously drunk. He stumbles back. This guy in the golf cart slams on his brakes because somebody was crossing, lands right on the dude's foot. And the dude just starts screaming, you're on my foot. And he's all, like, my apologies, sir. And he's all, what's your deal, man? He was all, sir, like, I'm trying like to drive. And like, he was being really nice, apologizing. And then he just looked at him and he's all, F you, dude. I got to be a little quiet. My nephew's here. But and he was like, then the guy was finally like, hey, you need to watch out for me. Like, I'm trying to drive through here. And the dude's all, what are you going to do about it? You going to get off your golf cart? The guy's like, I apologize. And just drove off. Like, he was upset. Like, it wasn't like he was mad. He was just like, I already apologized, okay? And just took off.
Yeah.
It was good. I like to see that.
Yeah, it's entertaining. It's entertaining when you see. I love seeing arguments. I hate people that honk their horn. Can't stand it. I've only honked my horn. Maybe I've never even honked it. I don't think I've ever honked it at someone doing something wrong. I've only honked it if I see someone I know, or I accidentally honk it, like pushing on it by accident. But the people that just lay on their horn is just annoying. You've done it? You're one of those guys?
I only did it once because this old dude, very old, looked like he was like in his not even, maybe like high 80s.
Could croak it any minute.
Oh, dude. And I'm trying to think. So when you get off the freeway right there next to the, the AM PM in like the Brunswick area.
Yeah.
So there's like where you're sitting at that light, and then there's the people coming from Taco Bell. And there's always an accident waiting to happen right there, just because people like time it wrong and they try to just shoot out in front of the cars. So I'm doing that. Light turns green. It's been green for a really long time. I go to drive. This old dude just pulling out almost into my car, not even paying attention. And I just remember I was like, should I use my horn? Like, I've never used it before. And I was like, I just gave a quick little honk, like a little honk. The dude jumped like I was going to hit him and then threw his arms up at me. And I was like, hey, buddy, it's green for me. It's not green for you. It's me.
Yeah.
People annoy me on the roads.
I'm going to tell the story about my mom. My mom, when I was in high school, we went to Little Caesars to get me a pie, grab a pie from there. We get in the car, and at the time, she had this Volkswagen Bug, this little ass Volkswagen Bug convertible. Mm-hmm. And I had to like squish into the back seat because her friend was with us. And so my mom's going to get in the car, and the car next to us, it's a Camry. And the lady's sitting in there. My mom opens the door and she's like, please look out for my car. Please be careful. And my mom just like, all right. And she gets in. My mom like gets in, we pull out. And then the girl gets out to look to see if we hit her thing. And that just triggered my mom. And my mom just gasses it, comes around to the other side, stops. She's like, oh, is your car okay? And the lady's like, yeah, it's okay. My mom's like, because I didn't fucking hit it. Because it's just a freaking Camry. She's just screaming, it's just a Camry. And then just speeds off. I was like, oh, God.
See, those are good moments right there. Those are like the ones where the people deserve it. Dude,
my grandma has terrible road rage.
Really?
Yeah, she'll cuss anybody out on the road, bro. Don't matter who it is.
Dude, I got in a road rage incident on my driving test.
You started a fight on your driving test?
I didn't. I don't know what was going on with this car. I didn't get docked points because I wasn't in the wrong. And so what happened was I was driving, and for some reason, all of a sudden, this car flies up on me and just starts laying on the horn. And I was like sitting there, and it was like a moment where I'm like, what do I do in this situation? Because he just keeps laying on the horn, giving me the double bird. Like, and I was like, what is going on? I wasn't even near this guy on the road before. He just came flying. Yeah. I was like, the driving instructor's like, maybe you should just get over. I don't know what's good. I go over. This guy, his friend, like hangs out the window and just is like riding right next to me and like purposely. And I'm like trying not to look over because I'm like, I'm in a test right now. And just completely flipping me off, like screaming, trying to get me to roll down the window. And I was like, what? And I thought I failed it right there because I was like, I don't know like what to do in that situation. And like the driving instructor's silent like after that. And I was like, I'm done. We get back and I'm like, he's going to talk about it. And he's all, did you know that guy? I was like, nope, not at all. He's all, okay, that was a little strange. Are you like, did you cut him off? Like, you were in the car with me. I was like, nah, he came speeding up. And he's like, yeah, I don't remember seeing him behind. He's all, okay, well, I'll let that slide. And I was like, let it slide? What? I'm trying to do
I didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah. And I was like, there was like, I was like,
did you pass on the first time?
No.
You were a double tester.
And you know what? And that's the time too. The test went down like that was right after I knew like so what happened was I was sitting there and it was stopped at a red light, but it was a right so I could yield to traffic to get into the road. So what happened was I knew like right away, I knew I shouldn't have done it. I stopped for like way too long. And like in my head, I was like, what are you doing? It was just, I was nervous. I was like, what are you doing? Start going. Didn't realize the light was green for them. And they start turning. And it wasn't like I was like close to cutting anybody off, but it was still, you get docked. And I was like, so then that's when I sped up and then I was driving. And then that's when that guy came up behind me. And I was just like, I'm already over. Like, this is it.
Oh,
yeah, boy. I was a double.
Yeah, I remember this one girl that we knew. she was so excited because I got mine on the first try.
Mhm.
And I actually got mine like right on time because I had an advantage because my grandpa was a driving instructor, so I didn't have to do all the pre-driving to get my permit. Like
Mhm.
I drove with him a couple times and then he signed off on it because
Mhm.
he had his like thing. But I still had to like wait until I turned, what is it? You have to turn 16 to
Yeah,
get it,
16.
I think. Yeah, so I got
Yeah.
it like right like a couple weeks after my 16th birthday and did the test, got it. I only got docked for driving too slow at one point.
Oh, really?
Just yeah, yeah. I was being very cautious. I was like,
Oh, yeah, dude. It's so
so
nerve
nerve
wracking though when
wracking.
you're like you're sweat. Like that was the thing. So I'm trying to think. So I waited till I was 18, so I didn't have to do all the driving instructor thing. I just had to take.
Oh yeah,
I just had to take the little quiz
really? You
and
waited until you were 18?
yeah, because you don't have to do all that driving, like getting in a car with somebody and going driving, and
Hmm.
also you can. There was a weird rule. What was it? So I believe when you're doing your permit, I believe that you have to get one with a driving instructor and then be able to drive with somebody else in the car. I
Yeah.
was able to I was able just to go for it and drive with somebody in the car. And
Oh
so
okay.
like I would like drive to town like every day, like practice. And then I just remember I was so bummed after that first test. Because it and the dude makes it work. If he would have just told me I failed, that would have been fine. But
Yeah.
the way he was just all, you know, everything was going fine until that moment. And I was just like, are you kidding me? And he was all, you would have had like a perfect test. And I was like, are you like, stop. I was like, I get it. I failed. Like, get me out of the car. Well, he waited till the last minute to also tell me I failed. So he's explaining, you know how they
Yeah.
explain everything? And
Yeah,
I just remember
dickhead.
being so bummed. And my mom like texted me, she's like, did you get it? No. And she was all, you're lying. And I was like, I'm not. I was
Oh
like,
no. Oh no, not that.
and then I got home and she did the same thing. She like looked at me. She was like, "You're lying. You got it." And I was like, "No, I did it. I didn't get it."
That's always the worst. No, but
But
the chick I was talking about, she was so excited because I got mine. She's like, "Yeah, I take mine. I take mine like today. I'm so excited. I'm gonna finally be
oh
able to
no.
drive." And I remember she left school to go do it, and she comes back just in tears, just
Oh.
crying, bawling her eyes out. I was like, "Yes, that's so funny."
See, the only good thing about failing the first one is you know you're gonna ace it the second time.
You don't know
I
that.
mean, unless
I know a couple
I
people
say
that went
that.
there a couple times.
Yeah, I say that, but yeah, there was a kid who we played football with, and he failed. But he like failed 3 or 2 times.
Yeah,
And the second one he failed because he didn't know where the hazards were and this just the safety check. So
yeah.
he didn't even leave the DMV. They were just like, if you don't know where those are, like, we can't pass you, dude. Like, I can't even get in with you.
Oh boy. No, I failed the written test to get
Oh,
my
really?
permit. I failed that the first time, and that was the worst day because it was the last day of school, sophomore year or
Oh,
freshman year.
uh-huh.
And so I go to the thing. Um, I take the test, and I completely like bombed it. I just didn't know. Didn't know a lot of it,
Oh,
and I come home. I'm so devastated about that. And then I find out I failed one of my math class,
oh.
my freshman year. Or I didn't fail. I got like a D, but I would have to take it again. And I
Uh-huh.
remember my whole world was just rocked. I was like, oh God. I was like, what is going on here? Like a double whammy, just two tests in one day.
Yeah, I see. I felt like I was on top of the world for the permit one because I aced it. I got a perfect score.
Did you?
And I was like, well, well, well. And that was the first time, like the first time I went in to do the permit test, I didn't have a document that I was supposed to bring, or there was something on the document that they were like, yeah, we can't approve this because it was something with I had to prove my address.
Oh
And the
yeah.
paper we gave them, they said it wouldn't work because it was like it wasn't a bill. I forget what it was, something like that. But they're like, we could still take the picture and everything. So like my license picture, I just look depressed and
Yeah.
I look like a serial killer too.
Yeah. Oh, I'm I'm infamous for getting paperwork for anything. So like for example, during high school when I would go to football camps, got to bring paperwork. I would never bring paperwork.
Oh, dude. That's
I'd
so much
never.
responsibility to give to a
Well,
high school.
dude, it was either that or I wouldn't read the full thing where it's like
Like
I
a
would get the email
checklist.
like, oh, you've been accepted to come to this combine or whatever.
Mhm.
But I would just be like, yes, I'm in. And then I'd find the date and I wouldn't read the rest. It was like, please print this out and bring this to the thing. And so I'd just come walking up and then I'd see the worst feeling in the world that makes my
Oh.
heart drop. It's happened to me recently, like with certain things. When you're walking up and there's like a line to get in and you
Mhm.
see everyone around you, they're all holding a piece of paper. And you're like,
Oh, dude.
boy,
That's the
oh
worst.
boy. And then like I'm sitting there with my dad, and my dad's always like, you idiot. He's like, you got to be more responsible. And so luckily, like every single time I've been lucky that it's they have like you could fill out the sheet there. But
Mhm.
what I'm also, do you get nervous when you have like an event you need to go to, you know they're going to do like a check-in sheet?
Mhm.
Do you ever get nervous that you're for some reason not on that check-in sheet?
Oh, absolutely.
Dude, and like when they're calling the names and then like at the end you're like, did I not call anyone? And you're like, oh boy, that was me.
Yeah,
That happened to me. That happened to me. When did that happen? It happened like within the last few months. I had something and I was like really worried. I was like, I just hate these type of things where you gotta
Mhm.
do that. And my name didn't get called. I was like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. I was like, oh, I wish I can remember what it was. It was probably something for football or something.
Mhm.
But yeah, I was like, oh, you didn't call my name. It's like, oh, what's your name? I'm like, Justin. It's looking on the sheet, looking on the. Oh, it was my COVID vaccine, dude.
That's right.
But
I forgot you had trouble with that.
it was my fault. I just completely just didn't submit the thing, and so I was walking up and I just wanted to get it over with, and so I
Mhm.
go up there and I see her looking on the sheet. She turns it over, looks at it again. I'm like, oh god, my name's not on there. I don't have an appointment. I was like, oh god, I'm gonna have to do this a different day. And that I get so nervous when I have to take a roll for something. I'm just so
Oh,
nervous my name's not gonna be on there.
dude, I also hate when you have to be somewhere, but a lot of people like they won't give you enough information on what to do.
Oh yeah,
Like be
yeah.
like, all right, so like we're gonna be here and be like, okay, so where do I go? Like, what building is it? Who do I sign in with? And they're like, yeah, you'll figure it out when you get. You'll see. I'm always like, what? Like that doesn't answer my question. I hate that.
Yeah, and also like, do you when you have something you got to be at? Do you get there super early, or are you
Yes.
like right around the time it starts?
No, I'm getting there super early just in case.
Okay, so I am too. I'm always early. But I have a problem like, so for example, my first day at football at Sac State, I got there early and there was like people waiting around waiting to get in. And it
Mhm.
was like 20 minutes and I waited until like they got in because I didn't want to wait out there because I get nervous sometimes. Like I'm shy for first
See,
things.
that's exactly what I'm talking about. Is like
Yeah.
when you're getting somewhere and you're like, I don't know these people, like I don't know what to do. That type
Yeah.
of thing.
Yeah. So I'll like wait until they go in and then I'll just walk right in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ugh.
You'll like sit in your car and you'll see like,
I
all
don't
right,
literally.
he's
I'll
going
sit in my
there.
car and I'll look over and like, all right,
Yeah,
looks
I
like
do.
they're heading in. God. Yeah.
The exact same thing.
Yeah.
It's the worst, dude.
I
It's
just
the
get
absolute
shy.
worst.
I get shy and nervous and anxious
Yeah.
all at the same time. Dude, I'm worried about school because I'm still online for this next semester.
Mhm.
I'm afraid they're gonna make it more in-person classes the semester after that. I
Oh,
really don't want to because I feel like I'll be way too anxious now to be in a classroom because I've
Mhm.
done before COVID, I did a semester, like the semester before COVID started, I was online only. So I haven't been in a classroom in almost a year and a half,
Oh,
full
yeah.
year, so like 3 semesters. And
Mhm.
Dude, I feel like I'm gonna try to like work it out. Like I'm gonna talk to like I don't care who I have to talk to. I'm be like, dude, I can't be in a classroom. I need to be at home where I'm comfortable now to do my
Yeah.
work. Like I don't want to sit around with people. I'll freak out, dude.
Yeah, dude. I know that's the one thing that like this past year has done. I'm like get super nervous like to talk to people. And I never like I just started getting out of that like right before everything happened. Like I was getting out of that. Like I was talking like now I'm always just like, ah man, like I'm gonna have to go up
Yeah.
with like a group of people and talk.
Yeah. No, I've definitely developed more anxiety stuff this
Yeah,
past
dude.
year and a half, just being home more. But I'm actually excited to do this semester of school and have like a regular semester with a football season with
Yeah.
practice because, dude, I'm telling you, this last semester I had because I was technically just doing school and like work. We had
Hmm.
like workouts and stuff, but dude, I put so much on school. You can come in.
Hmm.
You're fine. Hi. Almost, yeah. We would no, but I put so much pressure on school and be like, oh god, and like so that was all I was focused on. But now I'm like, yeah, I'll have like football too, so I'll be
Yeah.
double
Yeah,
whammy.
I could tell like I was always less like I felt for I always felt for all you guys in school who are like especially you doing a sport because I was like God, that's like you're there to play a sport, and then you're just
uh,
on the online and doing workouts and all.
yeah, it was
Ricky.
just that was the first time I've had to do school without anything else. Like I was
Mhm.
just a student pretty much. And dude, when I tell you my anxiety levels, I had an anxiety attack for the first time like at the beginning of the semester. I was like, yo, I can't. I was like, yo, I can't breathe. I told my mom, I was like, Mom, I can't breathe. I was like, there's something wrong because I was just putting so much pressure on school. But now
Mhm.
I'm like, um, I got football season, so I'm like, obviously, I'm gonna
Yeah.
put that kind of in front. Like I'm not worried about not passing school. Like I'm gonna pass and shit. But
Yeah.
I'm kind of thinking about because I've had straight A's for like 3 semesters in a row. Kind of
Mhm.
think about not shooting for straight A's this time and be like, I'm just gonna go back to my normal like B to A range. Like,
Yeah.
just not put. I'm gonna put work in, but not. I'm not gonna go above and beyond anymore.
Yeah, because you were grinding.
Yeah,
You were
dude,
like
I was
you'd
grinding.
wake
No,
up
that
so
was the
early.
problem. I was waking up at 4:30 and working from 4:30 till when I had babysitting days because I
Mhm.
wanted to. That was one of the main reasons because I wanted my niece got there, I wanted to be able to be done and just spend
Yeah.
time with her. So I would go from like 4:30 to 9 o'clock straight, just straight up, and just grind that whole time. And if I didn't have my niece, dude, I'm talking 4:30 till about 12 when I left for football, dude.
Yeah.
And I would forget to eat too. I would forget to eat because I was so stressed about like stopping my work, dude.
Oh.
I was a maniac. Oh my goodness, it was not healthy. It was not healthy.
Yeah, man, it was a rough one. It was a rough one to get
It
past.
was. It was. Oh, what do you think? What time we have? Wrap this shit up.
Yep, we're at time.
Reed, you know the question.
Well, you can find me here, and that's the answer,
Yeah,
baby.
Yeah, baby. You can go follow the show, this podcast on Instagram, the show _ with Junior. Sometimes we post clips about the show, post updates about the show when new episodes come out. Go follow me personally, JJ_man_20 Instagram, Twitter, and on TikTok. But the TikTok is more for the show. I post some clips on there, here and there. And then I've posted a couple, goofy videos. And then if I ever figure out how to edit videos on there, I will post more videos. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, like and subscribe. Seriously, you like it. I want you to subscribe too. The one that's lit. If you made it this far, you better subscribe, all right? Or you'll get toe fungus. I'm telling you that right now. Subscribe or bad things will happen to you. Bad things. Yeah. All right, guys. It's been fun. Thanks for the support. And we'll see you guys next time.